Poor dear, haven't you heard? The wedding's been called off.
Not your wedding, mine. Which reminds me, mind I borrow your veil?
You're getting married, but to whom?
Beautiful lady with baffled expression.
You're marrying Aldalfo?
I know it seems crazy, but when I look into his eyes, his big clumsy eyes, I get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear, that is love. Help me. There you are. All right, I'm going to put my cards on a table. I've got a weak heart. Can't take the pressure. If this goes on any longer, the old ticker's going to give out. Please. Tell me, is there going to be a wedding or not?
Yes.
Thank the good Lord in heaven.
Aldalfo and the chaperone are getting married.
What?
Oh, there you are! I have great news! There's going to be a wedding!
We know.
You know?
Yes, we just heard.
But who told you?
I did.
But how did you know?
What difference does it make?
Mrs. Tartindale and I are to be married in the garden at 7:30 this evening.
What?
Oh, yes!
Congratulations to everyone.
Say, what kind of cockamamie wedding is this? Everyone's getting married except for the bride and the groom.
Oh, there you are, Janet. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Please don't be that way. Janet, it's our wedding day. George has gone through all this trouble, and while I do love you more than I can say.
But you kissed another woman.
Yes, and I just can't understand it. I know this may sound ridiculous, but when I was kissing that French woman, I was just like kissing you.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
You mean you're Mimi? Well, that French accent was remarkably accurate.
Thank you. I developed it while playing the role of Monique in Hold That Baguette.
Hold it. Think about this. No matter how well you play the role of the happy wife, you will never get a standing ovation.
Oh, I just don't know. I'm so confused. Chaperone, please, I beg you. Just this one time. Give me a piece of advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert?
Now this is it. The moment I was talking about. Not only the culmination of the plot, but a moment that has fascinated me and kept me coming back to this record again and again. Here it comes.
Well, my advice to you is...
And this is it! Listen.
Well, you can!
You see? You can't quite make out what she says because someone drops a cane. I'll play it for you again.
Well, you can!
Is she saying, live while you can, or leave while you can?
Well, you can!
I mean, it's Beatrice Stockwell, so it might just be a cynical quip, but this is a wedding after all, and that's exactly what you think when you're standing at the altar, isn't it? Live or leave. And you have to live, because you do love her in some way. It's not an exact science, and an arrow doesn't come down out of the sky and point to the one you're supposed to be with, so one day you say it to someone, you say, I love you. And you basically phrase it as a question, but they accept it as fact. And then suddenly there she is, standing in front of you in a $3,000 dress with tears in her eyes, and her nephew made the hoopah. So what do? Do you say, I was joking, I was kidding? No, you can't. You live, right? You choose to live. And for a couple of months, you stare at the alien in the bed beside you. And you think to yourself, who are you? Who are you? And then one day, you say it out loud. And then it's the trial, separation, couples counseling, and all your conversations about her eating disorder and your Zoloft addiction, and you're constantly redefining and reevaluating and revisiting until you finally lose the deposit on the house, and the whole relationship ends in a particularly ugly note with your only copy of Gypsy flying through the air and smashing against the living room wall! I suppose you think that's funny. But still, in the larger sense, in the broader sense, it is better to have lived than left. Right?
Well, you can.
You have no idea how many times I've listened to that.
Oh, chaperone, you certainly have a way with words. Robert, my answer is yes, I will marry you.
Wonderful! Wonderful! Well, Mr. Felton, it looks like this wedding is a done deal.
Now you're in trouble.